There is no such thing as overnight success. Well, however, there are countless stories of successful people who believed they were successful before they had tangible proof. Successful people fuck up. Actually, they eat shit. They absolutely hit like face first, face plant, they fuck up and they get up. They do this so often that that stuff's not embarrassing. That if something doesn't work, it's just another, oh, it didn't work. Now I'm back up. The way in which we're going to build that resilience, though, is knowing that we're worthy, knowing that we deserve it, knowing that we get to tell a new story about who we are and what kind of business we run. So it's not your job to be successful. Welcome to the Limitless podcast, the show where women entrepreneurs become radically aware of their limiting beliefs, learn to value their worth, generate wealth, and to thrive as a magnetic brand leader. I'm your host, Jamie Ratermann, a six-figure holistic business coach. I've helped over 100 rebellious entrepreneurs master marketing, embody leadership, and say fuck it to the hustle. Let's dive in. Hello, lovelies, and welcome to another episode of the Limitless podcast. Oh, we are coming into the fall. We are coming into that resurgence of that back to school energy, of all of the things. And in general, we want to feel as if we finish the year strong, right? Now, I would say September is such an energy of sales, showing up, wanting to absolutely launch new products, do these things. And I know that sometimes when we come into this, there's a sense of energy of like, oh, I haven't been selling well, or what if I don't get sales, or what happens if this doesn't work out for me? So I wanted to make an episode for all of you that whenever you are coming into this type of season, I want you to have no doubts. I want you to believe in your process of absolutely reaching your goals. But ultimately, I want to talk about what truly prevents you from not hitting your sales goals. What is it truly? So if right now you are feeling a doom and gloom around sales, or even that you have the ability to build the successful business that you've always envisioned, this episode's for you. If you've set some goals for your revenue each month, but are finding that you're always shy of those numbers, you're always shy of hitting what that looks like, this is also your episode. If you are comparing your current or upcoming launch to how well some other creators doing, how well some other entrepreneurs doing, and are feeling just less than, guess what? This episode's for you. So something I can admittedly shy away from because I really do see the positive side of entrepreneurship. It is absolutely crazy. Entrepreneurship is crazy. And it's also this grand experiment for you to see yourself and be the best version of yourself. Now, that being said, selling or even putting yourself in the situation can bring out your demons. like selling brings out your demons. It can turn into this dysfunctional relationship where you have so many energy zapping thoughts. Even though you're prepared for your launch, even though you're prepared to sell, you find yourself throwing your hands up on day 3 and going, fuck this shit. And then you go hide. Even if you know what to do, you find yourself hiding. Entrepreneurship is an absolutely amazing place for growth. And it's a crazy roller coaster focused on what you believe about yourself and what you believe you deserve. I want to say it again because I don't want you to ignore that statement can be really freaking empowering or it could be scary as hell. So entrepreneurship is an absolute amazing place for growth, but it's also a crazy roller coaster focused on what you believe about yourself and what you believe you deserve. This is ultimately why you cannot strategize only your way out of a failed launch. So, in general, I would say strategy is a good 30% of business. But if you have 70% of this missing piece, it's always going to be hard. When you have a failed launch, there is no one size fixes all. But if you are walking into growing a business and you've got this extra heavy baggage around your ability to reach your goals or to attract the wealth you desire, it can be hard to arrive at the destination in a timely manner. This is where I'm talking about mindset. Mindset is the answer when it comes to you finding yourself going, what if I don't reach my sales goals? Why aren't I getting enough sales? So it's not just talking about positive thoughts. It's not just about it's not just like thinking better thoughts, right? I'm really wanting to make it, let's be clear here, but it's about creating a daily practice so that you can see yourself, embody that version of yourself, and believe in the bigger, bolder version of you who shows up as if it's the most ideal launch scenario, even before the results are showing you that. So let me take a closer look at this. Let's say we're going to the top of Machu Picchu. I have not been yet. I would love to. But Machu Picchu is 7,972 feet. That's about 1.5 miles straight up. So we're climbing. Okay. So let's take this example and think about two fit hikers that are going to make this climb. They both have the same strategy. They both have the same tactics. They both have the same nourishment to make their way up this mountain and to get this amazing world wonder, once in a lifetime view. Now, let's say one of the hikers has a few other things in their bag. They've decided to carry along their self-doubts, their inability to believe that they're going to be safe. Maybe they're holding on to some old patterns, old stories that are telling them they are not fit enough or good enough to make this climb. Or they are overly focused on how they better be the first person to reach the first stop along the way, or they're just not going to finish. They're just not going to complete. So they're comparing themselves to any other hiker that's in the process. Now, the other hiker is visualizing themselves reaching the top. The other hiker has the tools to stay grounded and calm and remind themselves of how and why they're safe. They've done the work to rewrite their story and know that they deserve to reach the top. They deserve this experience, but they're also promising themselves that this climb is for them. They're going to enjoy every single stop along the journey. It's for nobody else. So if we use these two hikers, who's going to make the climb? Who's going to be more likely to make the climb? Let's say. Let's even put another quotient there. Even if both climbers make it to the top, who's going to be the most likely to reach it first? Even better, who's going to be most likely to enjoy the climb? Enjoy the 1.5 miles up to the top. This is what I kind of like to call baggage. This is your launch, selling, in general, business success baggage. And when I have clients that are just kind of new to the concept of mindset because it feels so something you can't touch, right? It doesn't feel tangible. Whenever I'm talking about mindset, I will talk about baggage. So how much baggage are you accepting that you're holding as you try to climb this amazing, exciting feat instead of the knowing that you can release it, knowing that it's possible for you? So when I have clients that are first introduced to mindset and they don't understand it, the easiest way for me to talk about it is that the journey is going to be lighter. If you're able to release some of these negative self-beliefs, if you're able to release these subconscious weight and instead have not only your strategies, not only the work you do, not only the support that you have on board, but also what's going on in between your ears. That your mindset goes, we're going to do this no matter what. We deserve this. We are the person to reach this goal. So this is what I want you to hear, is that your business mindset is more important than your strategy. Coming from somebody who was the hustler baby, someone who was marketing, the type A student, all the things, Me saying that statement, I want you to hear it. Your mindset is more important than your strategy. So let's come back to this. When it comes to hitting your sales goals, I want to stop right here and say, I've got one question for you. Are you hiding or are you showing up? Now, I'm not talking about showing up only in the sense of posting, only in the sense of being in your stories, only in the sense of these things. I'm saying, how often do you find yourself shying away from, hiding from the actions you want to take? Most likely, it's not because you're lazy or any of those things in between. It's mindset. Okay. So even if we have this beautiful action plan and there's like we have everything to detail with, you have your launch plan, your messaging, all of these details, right? The only way we can know if it works is to take action on it, is to follow through with it, is to put it out there with the best possible feel-good energy. Now, if we look at this in two different ways, a fixed mindset would be saying to themselves, I'm only going to show up when I'm receiving the results that I want. A growth mindset is going to say, I get joy and pride out of showing up and know that the more I do, the more I create the environment I'd like to have, the more people will come. I want to do it before the results are here, right? So I'll have clients who are 3 weeks into a launch, let's say, and they haven't gotten the sales they want. They haven't gotten the things that they're going that they want to do, right? And I ask this question, are you hiding? Have you followed through with your action plan? Have you? And what if you did this as if you were reaching those results? I've had more than one client where I go, what if you got all like three sales in the last week? Would you be excited to walk into it this week? And they usually are quiet for a minute and they're like, yeah, probably. This is building that growth mindset in sport, right? We're building it out as we're doing it, right? We're seeing that, oh, I'm defeated. I'm in a fixed mindset. Let me switch it. So if you find yourself feeling defeated during launch before your sale, or that your offer doesn't feel important until you get the likes, until you get the sales, here's your sign. Here's your sign that it's time to focus on your mindset more than your strategy, at least for now. So you must believe in your success and take action in alignment of that to create more sales in your business. Now, there is no scolding here. I'm not acting like you just should know this stuff. We all have patterns. We all have things that keep us a little smaller than we want to be. But we don't want to shy away from this work. We don't want to shy away from the mind that says you get to have everything you want, but you got to believe it all day long. You got to believe it and you got to work through the things that are telling you that you're not able in a stronger process, right? So I want to be very clear that this is not something to beat yourself up about. If you don't already have the growth mindset towards sales, this is just a signal that the only thing that is truly blocking you from the sales, from the wealth, from the high cash months that you want is you. And I want you to hear that statement as empowering. I don't want you to go, oh, I'm always in my own way. Oh, no. I want you to go, oh my God, it's not some evil villain. It's not some energy waging war against my bank account. It's just me. I get to upload a new mindset that shows up because we get excited from one sale, from one interested DM, from one sign that your strategy is resonating. I'm going to show up as if it's fully working. I'm going to show up because the only person I need to make proud is myself. But the mindset is that it's going to happen no matter what. So I'm going to take the action as if it is. Okay. So a growth mindset allows us to create and continue to create the best environment for more sales, for more followers, for more engagement by building the most magnetic, trustworthy, and committed environment. So it's the idea, like I like to look at this as like a sold out brand is like the best party that everyone wants to get an invite to. Right. So like I'll think about like the best music is relate or the music, the food, all the things that make a party really fun, the people, right? Those are all these concepts of what is going to be a really good brand. Like what's going to be the most magnetic part of it. So what absolutely do you want to have at your party to make it into a magnetic brand? Now, another analogy that I think is a little easier to understand because I like the party idea, but there's also the sense of, and I've seen some other coaches use this as well. It's the analogy of growing a garden. So let's go with that take instead. So let's say your posts, your content, your stories, your emails, a lot of your strategy essentially. These are seeds for your sales. Okay, these are the things that you're building up. Okay, so the more you can plant, the more likely they are to grow. So the more times you post, the more opportunities you put out there, and the more times people see you, all these things. The soil is the strategy behind those posts, the strategy behind those pieces of content, the strategy behind the connections that you make. Okay. The sunlight, the watering, the general care and routine for those seeds, that's your energy and mindset. So we have the seeds, we have the soil, the strategy, and now we have the energy and mindset being there to take care, water, and make sure that they're getting the right sunlight. So let's say during a launch, you get one of 10 seeds actually sprouts. The other seeds just don't seem to take root. Okay. How excited are you going to be about that new seedling? Are you just going to neglect it? Are you going to abandon the rest of the garden? Are you going to just ignore everything else? Right? Or are you going to get excited that, oh, one thing's working? Oh, this plant's working. I want to make sure I continue to water it. But I also get to be re-energized by if this one worked, maybe I need to try the same routines, the same energy towards the other seedlings. Okay. So if you listen to the Rising Sales series, I talked all about the power one, and this is exactly kind of what I'm relating to here. I want you to get energized by the little successes, the little seedlings, because they create the ripple effect. So what this looks like is I want you to show up as if you're sold out. I don't want, even if you only get one, I don't want that to be the reason that your energy dips to 20%, 5%, or lower. Because here's the thing, if you show up in this knowing energy, I get excited because one person's interested, that one sale easily becomes 2. Then it becomes 5. Then it becomes 20. That energy of what you are putting into your garden or the food you're bringing to your party, whatever analogy feels right to you, right? That's where daily sales come from. Daily sales are not going to feel hard if your mindset is it's happening. And anything that detracts from that mindset, you are able to handle and manage. It all starts with mindset. So, playing into this, I want to be really coming into the truth behind all of this. There is no such thing as overnight success. Well, however, there are countless stories of successful people who believed they were successful before they had tangible proof. Successful people fuck up. Actually, they eat shit. They absolutely hit like face first, face plant, they fuck up and they get up. They do this so often that stuff's not embarrassing. That if something doesn't work, it's just another, oh, it didn't work. Now I'm back up. The way in which we're going to build that resilience, though, is knowing that we're worthy, knowing that we deserve it, knowing that we get to tell a new story about who we are and what kind of business we run. So it's not your job to be successful. I feel like it's going to sound crazy as I say it, but it's not your job to be successful. But instead, it is your job to be curious. It is your job to learn from or to learn through your daily actions and your beliefs. It is your job to police those energy zapping thoughts and to choose a better feeling thought, to take action on that better feeling thought. If you are not making a sale, I want you to take a moment today to revisit if you have followed through with your action plan. If right now you find yourself going, I had everything I needed, but I hid, I didn't follow through with it. It's time to focus on your mindset work. Now, if you're in a place where you've reached that I'm done moment where you're like, okay, James, I hear mindset's important. I hear all of these things, but I just want to make sure I'm doing the right things. I want to make sure that I know that this process is going, I'm going to bring in more sales in the next 6 months. I've got something for you. I want to help you build your dynamic magnetic mindset for more sales. I want to support you and having a data backed strategy to attract more sales using social media, using online marketing. And I want you to be able to make more sales without feeling so attached to your phone, always on your laptop. This is why I built Money Mastery Academy. Money Mastery Academy has a mindset work in every single module. Within our community, there's going to be mindset reminders every single week. We're going to be able to build ourselves up to being able to hold higher cash months. We're going to be able to see ourselves not only make 5K months, but be able to go like, oh no, I'm worthy of 12K months. I'm worthy of 20K months, whatever that might be. But we start with mindset. We have to, because it's important as we build in the strategies, because inside, I give you the blueprint for a proven social to sales roadmap, how to build a magnetic offer suite that not only sells, but it keeps loyal clients around, but also what it looks like to sell with more ease with a rinse and repeat system so that, yeah, like it's not going to feel like that, like reaching those goals is so hard. Oh, and like I said, and I want to remind you, based off this episode, we are going to create that money mindset. I have in every module, backed by building up better subconscious beliefs for yourself. Every single module, there's mindset support to help you build up and make sure you have a business that's going to scale. So if you are in that moment, you're like, this seems great. This seems like something that's so interesting to me. Everything you need is in the show notes. Take a quick look. I have it on my website, everything you're going to need to know. But if you are sitting here going, I want higher cash months, I want this to feel easier, I want to believe in myself, DM me over on Instagram. DM me at Jamie Ratermann, JamieRatermann on Instagram and say, I'm interested in more sales. Or just saying, I love this episode, whatever feels right, but come and say hi to me. I'd be happy to help you see that the sales, the wealth, the cash flow that you want is absolutely possible. And we can start talking about what is the best fit for you. Until then, though, live a little more limitless.